Hello to everyone and welcome to Tartuff. My name is Kadri. I am the organizer of Sensibility Street Art Festival here in Tartu. And today I'm going to have a lovely little chat, and it's with Aurelia. Aurelia is the director of the documentary Banksy, Most Wanted. It's a pleasure to talk to you, Aurelia. Welcome to Tartuff.
Thank you very much. Thank you to invite me. Hello.
Hello. So right now, where are you?
Right now, I'm in the countryside in south of France, dans les gorges du Verdon.
Awesome, happy to talk to you. At first, I wanted to ask a bit about how did you get interested in street art?
It was not my interest on street art that led me to this documentary. It was my interest on the anonymity. It was a long-standing interest. And when I was a student in an art school in Paris, I worked on a French artist who is also kind of street art pioneer. The name of this artist is Jacques Villeglé. And Jacques Villeglé is someone who makes art from ripped advertising posters in the streets. So he collects the visual result of all gestures, people gestures in the streets. Mm-hmm. And that means gestures of anger, of humor, or comments on politics, on different things. And he is the collector of a kind of silent speech of the passers-by. And I like the idea of someone, an artist, with the voice of a collective. And with Banksy, of course, the anonymity is different for Banksy because Jacques Villeglé is not anonymous at all. But he is a representative of anonymous mass. And I have the same feeling with Banksy, and it's what I love because of his anonymity, I think people feel he's one of them. He speaks the same language. He's like a kind of a spokesperson for people. And he talks about our society, global issues, about universal values. And I think people, it's like if it talks to the 99% of people and not the 1%. So I think it's really a popular artist in the good sense of the term popular artist, because he's someone who thinks the art for people and who want the art in the street for people to enjoy. And that's what I like. And that's what the beginning of my interest with Banksy.
And let's touch the topic of anonymity, because I understand that this was the main interest of yours in making this movie. So maybe you can shed some more light or explain a bit more what is interesting to you in the topic of anonymity.
Yes. I love the anonymity because I think it gives more space to people and to the viewer of the art, and it's more space for the imagination. It's more space to project. It's like a white canvas, and you can project onto, and you can have your own stories, and you didn't need to look at a piece of art thinking of the reading it as the biography of the artist. It's so you don't have to have some elements, and you can just be free to imagine what you want. And what I love with Banksy is that people can just project on him. And we have a good example in the documentary with this man with the name is Denis, and he's the man who is running a boys' club for the young people of Bristol, a boxing club. And Denis is a very generous man, and he's really in love with the kids and the boys he tried to help. And the club was very close to the bankruptcy, and one day he discovered a Banksy stencil on a wall a few meters from the club. And Denis thought that it was a gift from Banksy, And it decided to remove the piece from the wall and to keep it in the club and to sell it, to use money to save the club. And when he did that, all the population, Bristol people, was very angry, and they sent some death threats, and they were very angry because they wanted to enjoy the stencil and to see the stencil on the wall. But one day, Banksy sent a letter to Dennis, and he told him, "You can do what you want because I'm a big admirer of your work for the youth, for the young people of Bristol. So I give you the permission to do what you want with the piece." And he sold the piece, and at the end, he saved the club. But what I wanted to say about that is, we don't know if Banksy put the stencil in purpose for the club, and we are not sure of that. I just think maybe he decided to put the stencil here because it was a very good place and you could see from the road the stencil. It was very nice with the lights inside. It was very good. So maybe it was the only reason. But Dennis projected on Banksy this Robin Hood character, and he decided that it was a man that he wanted to help because he is known for his social commitment. So this Robin Hood character, I think that Dennis provoked it because finally Banksy just heard about the desire of Dennis, the wishes to save the club, and I think it was a reaction. So it's a Robin Hood character, and the Robin Hood side character of Banksy came from, I think, the desire of Dennis. So it's a good example of the projection we can have. But Banksy is like a superhero for people, someone who wants to help.
Did you at some point have an ethical dilemma in the sense that maybe you are helping to find out who is Banksy? No, I didn't have, because it was clear for us from the beginning that we didn't want to try to investigate or to find clues, to find what theory is the good one, and to find another theory and to say this is the good man. It was not the purpose. It was not the topic at all. So, and the names you will hear in the documentary already have been outed in the press, so nothing new regarding the names. But we wanted to talk with the people and the journalists who wanted to unmask him and to hear their view. Because I think Banksy is so famous that I think a lot of people want to grab a piece of his fame and resolving the mystery. But no, the idea was not to try to find the good person. The idea was more to question the question of the anonymity, because I think it resonates very strongly nowadays with our times. You know, we are used to hear everything on everyone's. We know a lot of things, private things. We are used to see people storytelling their life and communicate on private things. And with Banksy is really the contrary. It's like a counterculture, because he shows us that you are not compelled to play the entertainment society, the game of the entertainment society. You know, you are not compelled to expose your life, and it's funny because you have this guy who has been anonymous for 25 years, and he's famous, but he remains invisible. So I think people respect that, because it's a space of freedom, it's a space for projection, it's a space for fantasy. And maybe we need that in our time, in the selfie society we are living in. Maybe we need more fiction. And so someone like him, with like a superhero, a faceless artist, is very important, I think, to have this kind of artists who
us to focus on his art instead of focusing on him. So I think it's very respectable and admirable. So we didn't want to try to put name and face on this artist.
But during this research about the different theories about his identity, like in the movie, we can hear about few of them, but actually, are there more theories? Did you have to pick the main ones out?
Yeah, there are more.
Yeah?
There are more because there are theories about it could be a female artist and a collective of 7 women. I don't remember exactly, but you have different, yes. We took this one, but because there are more interesting, and I think there is a lot of fantasy around that, but I think there are more.
But I hope the audience heard everything Aurelia told us, and what can I say? Enjoy!